I'm Racer's Marshall Pruett. Welcome to the 2024 NTT IndyCar Series season. We are here in St. Petersburg. Thursday, setup day. Action kicks off Friday and Saturday. Get a 100-lap race on Sunday. 18 total rounds this year, 17 of those paying points. Round 2, which we head to in a couple weeks in Thermal, California, that being the non-points $1 million All-Star Challenge. But I'm going to open the weekend talking about technical changes. The cars, as they completed the season in 2023 in Monterey, are indeed different. Most of these items you can't tell from the outside, but we're going to show you some of them anyways. Why don't we start off with a minimum weight change for this season. We have hybridization coming in the middle of the year. We think July, mid-Ohio is probably the timing, but we think what we're going to see, pretty cool performance, possibly lap records, new lap records. Of course, every lap record's a new one, but we got to say that just for fun. New lap records. Hopefully leading up to and through the Indianapolis 500 qualifying, get through June, and then when we get into July, we're going to have the hybridization. We're going to have an energy recovery system made by Chevrolet and Honda dropped in. Should be about a 100-pound addition, but to try and counteract some of that weight that's coming, IndyCar said, well, where can we remove weight to help try and mitigate that a little bit? So minimum weights come down on road and street courses 25 pounds. Last year, 1,700 pounds was the number. Starting off this year on road and street courses, 1,675. To get there, they've done two things, primary things at the back of the car. We'll talk about the one up front here in a moment, but at the back, we've taken the transmission made by X-Track. It's been an aluminum gearbox casing all along. IndyCar said, hey, X-Track, could we get you to do that in magnesium, which they have. And the final product, again, it's the same case, same design, same everything, just a lighter material, taking 21 pounds out of the transmission. Right in front of it, the bridge that holds the transmission to the engine holds the rear suspension, rear wing, everything connected from that transmission. That goes into the bell housing. And that itself is a part made by Dallara. Dallara's been asked to do the very same thing, take this item that's been aluminum since 2012 and make that, remake it, same exact design in magnesium. And that's taken about 3 pounds. So the 21 plus the 3 gets you to 24-ish, about 25 pounds. And so that indeed is the new minimum weight that they're setting, 25 pounds under what we have had previously. Then also the front of the car, we have an aero screen, not all of it coming here, aero screen 2.0, but coming here, mandated starting at St. Petersburg. We have a lighter weight, they call it the upper frame. A lot of folks around the world call it the halo. It's made by the good folks at Pankel. Come up with some better, newer, different manufacturing processes. It's made out of titanium already, so it's already very light. We've been able to take some good weight out of that as well. About 7.2 pounds. So if you think about the 24 or so off the back, the 7.2 up front, this car is indeed lighter than how we ended the season. Can't really tell by looking at the aero screen, the frame itself, that it's any different. But how do you tell these new 2024 IndyCar hybrid formula lighter weight components at the back? How do you tell the difference? Well, we're going from kind of shiny silver aluminum, which we've had before, seen here last year, I believe Indy 500 practice with the Aaron McLaren team, to this darker gray. That's how you tell. You're looking at magnesium here with the bell housing made by Dallara, the transmission case by X-Track. Really smart work being done here to take weight off the car. Are we going to be seeing new track records at Indianapolis? In theory, we should. Cannot wait for these developments to make a real impact this season. Two other quick items that are new to the cars and or revised for 2024. Rear wing end plates, the RWEPs. They have LED strips placed on the trailing edge. Why do that? Actually, has nothing to do with hybridization coming up and those lights flashing when harvesting is happening. We see that in F1. That's not why they're being introduced here. This is for rain. Drivers have said with that halo, with that upper frame and the center spar that runs right down the middle of the cockpit, they've had one rain light. It's been on the back of the attenuator, the rear crash structure. It's been a little bit low, and if they're lined up directly behind a car with a lot of spray coming off of it in the rain, drivers have said we're struggling to see. So here, instead of just having that single rain light, those bright LEDs there, they've moved them. They've added some on the rear wing end plates trailing as well. So up more in the driver's line of sight on both sides, very bright as well. So in a bunch of spray in the rain, drivers now have 3 areas of indicators in front of them to know where that car is, help them with their sighting and their racing. The final item here, the attenuator itself, that rear kind of accordion crash structure, helps dissipate energy in a rearward crash. IndyCar was seeing that depending on the angle of the crash, that attenuator could get broken off before it dissipated all of that energy. So what they've done is strengthened the mounting area on the outside. There's been more material added, and on the inside of the attenuator where it connects to the gearbox, tried to make it more of a rigid one-piece unit, less prone to it being broken off at an angled kind of impact. So a lot of things about safety. Those items also as well, we have some that are pretty cool about performance, and then we get to hybridization. We're already going to be running with these items, the lighter weight bits this year, so keep an eye on lap times here coming out of St. Pete, and for all the races up to, we go hybrid.